Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very important video which is about family floater plans. Now, I'm sure everyone will agree with me that the importance of having an insurance cover has really increased, especially after the pandemic. Now, people are in a confusion whether they should go ahead with an individual insurance policy or should they opt for a family floater policy. But to take a decision, you should know various aspects of a family floater. So, what are we going to cover in this video? We are going to cover a lot of aspects, something like what is a family floater policy, what are the benefits of that, what are the downsides of that. We are going to cover examples, and a lot many points are going to get covered in this video. So, keep on watching the video till the end. But before we move on, I would really want to thank Ravi and Darshana for their wonderful comments. Now let's understand what is the meaning of a family floater, but with the help of an example. And for that we have Mr. Chandu back again with Mrs. Chandu and their two kids. Now if they were to opt for a health insurance, what is a possibility? Exactly, they can have their individual health insurances. But possibility number two is that yes, they get covered under a single insurance policy, and that will be called as a family floater. So it's like one insurance policy which covers all their family members. But wait, is it all the family members? No. Why? Assume that Mr. Chandu has dependent siblings. Will they be covered under this family insurance? With under this family floater? Answer is no. What about his parents? They will also not be covered under the family floater. Okay, so there will be certain exceptions under the family definition as well. Now there are few more important points as well as to how will the premium amount be determined for a family floater policy. Typically the age of the eldest person will be considered, and that is how the premium amount will be decided. So in case of Nick Jonas, Priyanka Chopra and their daughter Malti Mary, it will not be Nick Jonas' age, it will be Priyanka Chopra's age, because it is the eldest family member's age that will be considered, right? So that is how the premium amount will be decided. But the question now is that will a family floater be more cost effective, or will individual health plans will be more effective? For that, let's take an example and have a look at this. Now let's take the example of Mr. Chandu again, and I'm assuming that he's a person who lives in Bangalore, doesn't have any medical history, and he wants to have an insurance cover of 10 lakh rupees. Now for him, whose age I've considered as 49 years, his premium comes out to 16,310. For his wife, aged 45 years, the premium amount comes to 12,635. Son, 20 years old, insurance premium is 9,516, and daughter, whose age is 18 years, insurance premium comes to 8,814. So the total premium amount comes to 47,275. But instead of having individual policies, had they gone for a family floater plan, their total amount would have come to just 30,643 rupees. So what is your answer? Clearly, family floater policy is an easy winner in this case, right? But wait, we have to understand few more conditions here. Whatever example I took, that Chandu is a person who has no medical history, plus whatever is his age, in this specific example, family floater is cheaper as compared to individual policies. If I change certain examples, assuming that the the eldest person's age is, let us say, way higher, or if that person has some medical history, there could be certain scenarios where individual policies could also be cheaper. Number one. Number two, assume that Chandu felt that 10 lakhs cover is enough. Now, problem with individual policies is that he has to go ahead with 10 lakh, 10 lakh, 10 lakh, 10 lakh. The example that we took right now, where the total premium was coming to 47,275, it means that in totality, the insurance cover is 40 lakhs. But the problem is that he feels that 40 lakhs in totality is not required, that is too much. But he can't opt for 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, which totals to 10 lakhs. So he has to go ahead with 10, 10, 10, 10, which totals to 40 lakhs ka total cover. But instead, if he opts for a family floater, he knows that 10 lakhs is enough. Okay. Now what could happen? Let's say Chandu gets admitted to the hospital. He is discharged. Now what happens? Assume that his bill was 4 lakh rupees. Okay, how much balance is remaining? 6 lakhs. But typically, family floater plans come with restoration benefits. Okay, so assume that his wife is also admitted after another 3 months. How much cover is available for his wife? Again, 10 lakhs is available because it had a restoration benefit. Assume that after 3-4 months, one of his children is also admitted. Again, it will get restored to 10 lakhs. So I hope you have understood what is the logic or what is the concept of restoration benefit. So please check whether your family floater policy does have a restoration benefit. Now, if you ask me what should be the right approach, ideally the approach should be something like this. You should enter your family members' details, check that if you were to go ahead with individual insurance policies, what is the total premium amount, then add the details for a family floater, compare the insurance premium amount, and then check which one is more suitable for you. But there are some people who get confused with so many variables and finally they end up taking the wrong insurance policy. What amazing thing it would have been if someone would have given you free consultation for such issues, and for that you have Ditto. Here you can get spam free advice from industry experts, and you can also get on a free consultation call for proper policy selection. Here they will not only help you to choose the right policy, they will also help you with the documentation, and just in case if you were to go ahead with a claim settlement, they will help you with the same if you have bought the insurance policy from them. In fact, on their website they also have some amazing educational material related to insurance, through which you can break down complex insurance terminologies. In fact, I had also booked a call for myself. My experience has been amazing. And if you want to book your free call with Ditto, then the link is there in the description box below. Now let's try and understand the benefits and downsides of having a family floater option. The very first one is a consolidated coverage. So instead of managing multiple insurance policies, it will be amazing, right? That if you have a single policy that covers all your family members. So that is a first advantage for having a family floater option. Second one is lower premiums. Like we checked out in the example, if you opt for a family floater, your total insurance premium may be lower as compared to individual policies, but like I've explained already, you should check for yourself and then take the final decision. The third advantage is that it will be a comprehensive benefit. So typically whatever individual insurance policies offer as a benefit, similar advantages will be available for family floater policies as well. And fourth advantage is that it is widely available. So whichever insurer you choose, typically majority of the renowned insurers do have a family floater plan, so it's not like it's difficult to search for it, right? Now let's go to the downsides or disadvantages of family floater as well. The very first one is coverage limitation. So if you remember, I had told you that there is something known as a restoration benefit. So if your policy doesn't have a restoration benefit, then the total amount of insurance cover may be less and you may not have adequate protection for your family. Second one is exclusion of extended family members. Like I told you, your parents may not be covered, your siblings may not be covered. That is the reason why that comes as a downside for family floater option. The third one is premium payment. Now if you forget to pay the premium amount on time and if the policy lapses, then the cover is gone for all your family members. So this can be a big disadvantage. So ensure that you pay the premiums on time. And the fourth one is age restriction for children. Now what does this mean? Typically majority of the family floater policies will exclude your children who are in the age bracket of 18 to 25. But what does this mean and how can we have a solution for this is what we are going to understand in the next section of the video. Now let's come to an important point that I mentioned just now, which is about transition to individual plans for children. Now why is this actually required? Like we had taken the example of Mr. and Mrs. Chandu, their two children. Now let's take a case of few years later. Oh, what has happened? Their two children have moved out from the umbrella. And what does this mean? Now they are not a part of the family floater plan. Now, why would this have happened? Like I mentioned, once the child reaches into the age bracket of 18 to 25, almost all insurance policies, which are family floater policies, they will exclude children from family floater plans. Now, what could be an option or a solution for this? Solution number one is that they can take individual plans for themselves. So what typically you have to do is that inform the insurer that because the child will now be into the bracket of 18 to 25, they will now be removed from the family floater. So get an individual policy for them. Now what is the benefit? Benefit is that now because less number of family members are now a part of family floater, the premium amount will decrease, but at the same time the no claim bonus will remain intact, and also these children will have the benefit of waiver of the waiting period. Now one more possibility is that now this boy also gets married and now he can also opt for his own family floater with his spouse. The girl may also get married, she can also opt for her family floater. So there could be multiple options available. You have to check which one is the most suitable for you. Now before we wind up the video, let's come to a most frequently asked question, that if my employer already has a health insurance plan for me, should I really go ahead with a separate health insurance plan or not? Well, there are certain limitations if you go ahead with only the insurance plan offered by your employer. What could be those? Number one, you could be undercovered. Okay, so ideally, if you want to go ahead with a higher cover, you can tell your employer, increase my benefit, increase my cover policy. Number two is that if you change the employment, then it could be a possibility that your new employer may not cover you for health insurance. In such a case, you will have to pay a higher insurance premium because your age might have increased by that time. Plus, you will have to go ahead with waiting period and all that, right? Number three possibility is that even if you are in the same employment, still there could be certain limitations, something like a cap on a room rent. So there could be multiple possibilities. So considering all these factors, you may consider having a separate health insurance plan for yourself, so that just in case your employment situation also changes, you would not have to face any difficulties. So, all in all, I hope you have understood a lot about family floater policies. But before you take a final decision, don't forget to check out the advantages, the benefits, and then weigh it along with the disadvantages or limitations, and then take an informed decision. So, if you want to book a free call with Ditto, like I mentioned earlier, don't forget to check out the link in the description box below. If you have loved this video, don't forget to share it with your family and friends, and don't also forget to smash the like button. If you want to know more about various terms related to insurance, don't forget to click here. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.